Hi, my name is Maceo Lewis. Welcome to MO Sports Talk. Today I raised the question, which LA team is more trustworthy, the LA Clippers or the LA Lakers? In other words, who do you believe is more likely to win, their respective first round series? Are the Lakers more likely to come back in their series? Are the Clippers likely to take the lead and close out their series? So that's what the debate is today. Now, just to put it in context, so right now it's April 28th, 2025. Lakers are down 1-3 to the Wolves in the first round. The Lakers have a home game coming up, then they'd have to go on the road. And then if they do win those two games, and they get game seven at LA. Clippers are tied with Denver 2-2. Next game's at Denver, then at Clippers, then game seven would be at Denver. Okay, so full disclosure, look, if you know me, you know I'm a LA or Lakers fan. Lakers are my team. In fact, if you follow my posts on TikTok and YouTube, I picked the Lakers to actually win the West over the Clippers. I mean, look, I like the Clippers too. I'm not one of those LA fans that just roots for the Lakers and hates the Clippers. I mean, I like both teams because they're LA teams. But look, when it's LA Clippers versus Lakers, I'm always going to root for Lakers. So, I mean, that's just my position on that. So, I mean, I'm not a Clippers hater at all. So I would root for the Clippers if they move on and the Lakers don't move on, obviously. And look, and I picked the Clippers to get to the conference finals too. I thought this was going to be the first time that LA would meet LA in the playoffs, in the conference finals. It seems obvious what the answer is to this question, given that the Clippers are tied 2-2, and the Lakers are in the 1-3 hole. But let me just make the case for the Lakers for a second here. Okay, so obviously the Lakers must win three games in a row, but the next one's at home. So the Lakers could come in this game like, look, all we gotta do is win our home game. I know that Minnesota already stole the home game, but the Lakers can come out, win this next home game. Then let's say they do that. Then the next thing they gotta do is say, hey, look, the Wolves, they stole one from home. So the Lakers knew they had to win one home game from the Wolves. They almost did it. I mean, almost doesn't count in the playoffs, right? But I mean, they were close. They were up on the Wolves. Game three, game four. Um, this is the time to steal it. This is the time to go out there and steal that home court that the Wolves stole. Okay, and then if the Lakers win, I know it's a bunch of ifs, but if the Lakers win game six, then game seven is at home. So forget about whether you're 3-1 or 2-2. If it's game seven, it's game seven. Whoever wins moves on. Whoever loses goes home. You got Luka, who's still scoring over 30, except for that one game where he had the stomach bug. But Luka's still scoring. LeBron, he's the all-time leading scorer, playing great defense down the stretch. And then, I mean, obviously Reeves is not stepping up as that third option, but Hachimura stepped up the last game. So I mean, that's one case for the Lakers. And the Clippers, if they got to a game seven, they'd have to play on the road against Denver. So, but the obvious answer is the Clippers. I'm sorry. Yes, I have more faith right now in the Clippers to get past the first round than the Lakers. Yes, I admit it. But I just have to go with objective reality over my feelings here. Okay. So look, the Clippers may not get Game Seven. They might not get to a Game Seven because if the Clippers go on the road and beat Denver, they will get Game Six at home and close out the series at home. So it may not even get to a Game Seven. And even if it gets to a game seven, the Clippers have already proven that they can win at Denver. They beat them, what was it, the second game? So they've proven that they can win at Denver. Now, look, the Clippers and Denver, they are evenly matched teams. Go look at the stats of the last game. Literally down the line, it's tie, tie, tie. The one edge, one of the few edges that the Denver Nuggets had over the Clippers was field goals, 40-39. What was that one field goal? That last second shot at the end of the game where the ref said that Gordon, let go of the ball after the clock expired. That's what it came down to. So Kawhi's on fire. The role players are hitting threes. They're scoring in transition. They're scoring off assists. I mean, Zubac, yeah, he can't guard Jokic, but in fairness, nobody can guard Jokic in the NBA. But he's still able to get double doubles, get those rebounds and putbacks, and he's an important contributor to the Clippers, making this an even series. And of course, you have the experienced Tyronn Lue, who already has a championship over the inexperienced Adelman. Now, the Lakers, look, it's clear, especially from the last game. I posted about this. I was like, wait a minute, there's something odd about this. There's something ironic about this, where the Lakers, they were actually shooting better from three throughout the game in game three. And just down the stretch, the Lakers weren't hitting their shots. The Lakers missed 3 straight 3-point attempts, and the Wolves made all their threes and a couple of 2-point baskets by Anthony Edwards. Like, what's going on here? And it just dawned on me in the last game when they brought up the fact that in the third and fourth quarter, J.J. Redick played for the starters and Finney Smith. Jackson Hayes had started, but then they took him out early, and then Finney Smith started the second half, and they stuck with those 5. So that tells me that JJ doesn't trust his bench, right? The starters, they can score. They're capable of getting double-digit leads, but the Wolves, they're going to chip at the lead. The Lakers are going to get cold in the fourth quarter, and when they're exhausted, they're tired, whether it's physically or mentally or a combination of both, and the shots aren't falling. Now, they are hitting some shots, but when we're talking about the last second shots, like the one that Reeves missed, and a couple other ones, or turnovers, coughing the ball up, and some of them are unforced turnovers too. I mean, those are mental errors, and that's just from being exhausted, playing all those minutes without a break, without a rest. Now, LeBron James is 40 years old. Okay, he's playing amazing and this is not like a backhanded comment. I mean, seriously, LeBron James must be like the best player at age 40 that I've ever seen. Okay, he's making great defensive plays in the fourth quarter, but he can't score and he can't play defense in the fourth quarter when he's not getting rest. I mean, that's just not going to happen. That's why he had 0 points last game in the fourth quarter, because he had to play defense and no one could close it out. Reeves, he had 0 points in the first half. 0 points. This is the guy that I said was the best third option in the league, and he had 0 points in the first half. Now, he did start making threes in the third quarter, but he missed the last shot in the last game that would have won the game. And he's just not the third best. I mean, Hachimura was a better third option last game than he was. And I mean, can we trust Hachimura to have a game like that throughout the series? Now, last game, the Lakers didn't use any bench players. They didn't use Vanderbilt. They used Vincent, Goodwin in the third and fourth quarter. They didn't even use Connect. They only put him out in garbage time when the Wolves blew him out. I mean, why did we get Connect? Why did that trade not go through? I mean, didn't we bring him in to be another 3-point shooter? I mean, you can't have him go out there and get minutes and let LeBron get some rest. How about using the fouls that are on the bench? Each player has 6 fouls. How about, roughing up the Wolves, getting physical? I mean, you saw LeBron and Anthony Edwards getting physical there, but how come you don't have these players coming off the bench getting physical, grinding Anthony Edwards down, getting him tired? I know he's young, he's gonna make his shots, but dang, get him in foul trouble. Get the other players in foul trouble. I posted this about game 2, the difference between game 2 and game 1. The key difference in that game was when the Lakers got physical, they got 4 of those key role players on Minnesota in the foul trouble. They got McDaniels, Randall, Reed, and DiVincenzo in foul trouble in game 2. And they scored like 25 points less than they did in game 1 because they were in foul trouble. They each had either 5 or 4 fouls. How come you're not using your bench players to get these players in the foul trouble, rough them up, get physical with them, and then LeBron can get rest? So you can bring LeBron in the fourth quarter, like maybe with 9 minutes to go or so, and then he can play both offense and defense. But, I mean, obviously the big one, the Lakers have to win 3 in a row. I mean, look, it's been done before. In fact, LeBron did do it before, but I mean, the NBA did suspend Draymond Green in that finals when they beat Golden State. So who knows? Maybe something like that will happen in this series. But I mean, you're talking about Anthony Edwards and Randall's playing great. I think either Randall or McDaniels were the leading scorers earlier games, and I think Edwards was the leading scorer this last game. But Anthony Edwards is playing great, especially obviously throughout the game, but definitely in the fourth quarter. I mean, you know how Luka torched the Wolves last year. I mean, Anthony Edwards is doing the same thing. Like, don't get me wrong, Luka's scoring his points. It's just that the Lakers, that trio is not really a trio at this point because, I mean, LeBron's playing great, at least earlier in the game, and he's playing great on defense. Like, he's playing great early in the game on offense, and he's playing great on defense, but I mean, they don't have, like, they're not using their role players. And I mean, the role players, when they're in the game, they need to step up and hit those open shots and go after the loose balls and, get physical with the Wolves, get the Wolves in foul trouble. But do I have faith that the Lakers are going to do that? Based off the last game, I mean, I have more faith in the Clippers than the Lakers. So anyway, look, I hope both LA teams win. I hope the Lakers can turn around and win 3 games in a row and move on to the next round, and as well as the Clippers. But if you ask me, I think the Clippers are more likely to move on than the Lakers. So anyway, that's just my thoughts. I want to hear what your thoughts are. Hit the subscribe button so you can hear more of my thoughts, analysis, and my take, and the issues I come up with regarding sports at ML Sports Talk. Again, when you subscribe, it doesn't cost anything. It's free. It just gives you notices and let me know who's interested in my content and who wants to hear more of my content. And it also provides you notice of when I post my next YouTube video. So anyway, that's just my thoughts, and until next time.